Good morning, everybody. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Bookeemonsters. Whoa, let me have a commercial. Love that. My name is PK. This is the Bookeemonsters channel where we talk about new releases in the morning with our morning coffee, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Today is Tuesday, October 24th. And I hope you are doing well. Good morning, Mary. Happy Tuesday, PK and everyone. Another beautiful fall morning here in Virginia. The frost advisory was wrong. Seems surprisingly warm this morning. That's fantastic. Enjoy it. We are heading for winter weather this week, but it'll be nice again-ish next week. But I believe today we are in the 40s here in Billings, Montana. Tomorrow and the next few days is going to be high in the 20s. So winter is making its first forays into our part of the country. Yay. Just some announcements tonight. There will be reading sprints starting at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. We'll be going for 2.5 hours. Bring your own book, work on a project, do some meditation, whatever you want to do. We'll be listening to some ambient music / sounds, and it'll just be a time carved out for you to do what you want to do in your evening. So again, that's this evening at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. Today being Tuesday, we're going to be looking at mysteries. And I was kind of peeking ahead. There doesn't seem a whole lot, but we'll look at what is there. Let me shut down an extra tab here. Lee Child has a new one with Andrew Child called The Secret. It is a Jack Reacher novel, 28th in series. A string of mysterious deaths, a long classified mission, a young MP with nothing to lose. 1992, all across the U.S., respectable, upstanding citizens are showing up dead. These deaths could be accidents, and they don't appear to be connected until a fatal fall from a high-floor window attracts some unexpected attention. That attention comes from the Secretary of Defense. All of a sudden, he wants an interagency task force to investigate, and he wants Jack Reacher as the Army's representative. If Reacher gets a result, great. If not, he's a convenient fall guy. But office politics isn't Reacher's thing. 3 questions quickly emerge. Who's with him? Who's against him? And will the justice he dispenses be the official kind or his own kind? ... I suspect it's going to be his own kind. Because that's just the kind of guy he is. I was going to show you what I am reading. I finished Divine Rivals last night by Rebecca Ross, which is first in a fantasy. Don't know if it's going to be a trilogy series, but it is the first, and there is a second one due out in December. I gave it 4 stars. I liked it. It has a feeling of World War One, except it's not countries at war; it's gods. But there's trench warfare. There are correspondents falling in love. It was really good. I gave it 4. So I'm currently reading Murder at the Mill by Irina Shapiro. This is 3rd of 13 in series, set during, I think it's the 1860s. And I'm liking it. I'm at 33% on this one. I will be looking for an audiobook so I can keep crocheting. That will be next for me. Hi, Jen. Good morning. We're supposed to be in the low 80s until 1st of next week. Then we get a cool down. Oh my. Enjoy it. Feel it in your bones for me. Mary says, oh, I love Jack Reacher. I met Lee Child. And Mary says, "Hi, Jen. How are you this morning?" "I'm good. How are you?" "Feeling fine as frog's hair. That's mighty fine." Mary, I love that. Jen says that Murder at the Mill looks like something I would like. Yes, it's a good series. It really is. And there's 13 in the series. I would probably read it in order, just so you get the backstories of the main characters. But they're quick reads. I think they're under 300 pages, around 300 pages. Let's get rid of that banner while we're here. Okay. So, next up, Lisa Unger, Christmas presents. Instead of presents this Christmas, a true crime podcaster is opening up a cold case. You've got my attention. Madeline Martin has built a life for herself as the young owner of a thriving business, the Next Chapter Bookstop. Did we read this one? Despite, of course, they all start to sound the same. Is it just me? Despite her tragic childhood and now needing to care for her infirm father, when Harley Granger, a failed novelist turned true crime podcaster, drifts into her shop in the days before Christmas, he seems intent on digging up events that Madeline would much rather forget. She's the only surviving victim of Evan Handy, the man who was convicted of murdering her best friend Steph, and is suspected in the disappearance of two sisters, also good friends of Madeline's, who have been missing for nearly a decade. It's an investigation that has obsessed her father, Sheriff James Martin, right up until his stroke took his faculties. Harley Granger has a gift for seeing things that others miss. He wasn't much of a novelist, but his work as a true crime author and podcaster has earned him fame and wealth, and some serious criticism for his various unethical practices. Still, visiting Little Valley to be closer to his dying father has caused him to look into a case that many people think is closed and somewhat reopened. And he has a lot of questions about the night Stephanie Kramer was killed, Ainsley and Sam Wallace disappeared, and Madeline Martin was left for dead, bleeding out on a riverbank. Since Evan Handy went to jail, 3 other young women have gone missing, most recently a young college dropout named Lolly. 5 young women missing in the same area in a decade. Are they connected? Was Evan Handy innocent after all? Or was there someone else there that night, someone who is still satisfying his dark appetites? As Christmas approaches and a blizzard bears down, because that always happens when Madeline and her childhood friend Badger return to a past they both hoped was dead to find the missing Lolly and to answer questions that have haunted them both, discovering that the truth is more terrible and much closer to home than they think. That is Lisa Unger's Christmas presents. Some big names out in mysteries this week. Indeed. Very cool. We looked at this one yesterday. It was part of the cozies yesterday. The Last Close Call. I don't need to go there. I need to click on that. Okay. By Laura Griffin. This is a mystery thriller. Forensic genealogist Rowan Healy has made a name for herself by helping investigators trace the family trees of violent criminals who have eluded justice for years. But the pressure of police work has left her burned out, and she's shifted her focus to helping adoptees find their biological parents. Austin detective Jack Bruner has spent his career tracking down vicious criminals, with the notable exception of the West Campus rapist, a meticulous offender who has never been identified. When a new victim comes forward, Jack realizes the target of his investigation is escalating, and Rowan is the only person who stands a chance of cracking this case. Moved by Jack's dedication to finding justice for the victims and the intriguing details of the case he lays out, Rowan agrees to help through her DNA research. As the data leads them down dark and twisty paths, Rowan and Jack must race against the clock to find a ruthless killer before he strikes again. That is Laura Griffin's The Last Close Call. West Hart Kill by Dan McDorman. An isolated hunt club. A raging storm. 3 corpses discovered within 4 days. A cast of moneyed, scheming, unfaithful characters. That sounds like fun. Let's find out more. When private detective Adam McGannis joins an old college friend for the bicentennial weekend of the exclusive West Hart Club in upstate New York, he finds himself among a set of not entirely friendly strangers. Then the body of one of the members is found at the lake's edge, Hours later, a major storm hits. See, I told you, they always happen. By the time power is restored on Sunday, 2 more people will be dead. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. I think that's it for there. Should we go look at cozies again? What are you guys reading? All right, so we looked at that. We looked at that. Did we do a look at this one? I can't remember. Yes, I remember the word Pilates. I don't think we did this one. It's no place for murder. Do you remember? Yesterday was so long ago. It would be very snarky, I think. The snarky series. I can't remember if we did this one or not. It's No Place for Murder by Diane Kelly, third in the Mountain Lodge Mysteries. International resort developer Nigel Goodwin has traveled all the way from London, England to Misty Murphy's little corner of North Carolina and bought out the mountaintop lodge for the week prior to Christmas. Their intention, I think we did, because it was like, why is it their intention to pitch an exclusive new resort concept? Yes, we did. Sorry, I do remember that one now. All right. I'm catching up. We're getting there. X Marks the Murder by Liz Lamar. I don't think we did this one. This one's Kindle Unlimited, and it comes out in November. Okay. We're just striking out all over the place. I have been finding that this week. There have been mistakes on these websites. How dare they? I'm trusting them. That one's also November 23rd. Am I on the right page? Yeah, it says October 24th. Looked at that one. All right, don't let me down, Clara McKenna. I am familiar with this series. Let's double check because I don't trust it anymore. Yes, okay. Came out this week. Oof. I'm familiar with this series. I think I've read only the first one, but I love the covers. The covers just make me happy. This is Murder on Mistletoe Lane, fifth in the Stella and Lindy mysteries. Taking on the responsibilities that come with being Lady Lyndhurst, Stella is eager to embrace Yuletide traditions in the Edwardian English countryside and use her strong social influence for good. So kind of think early Downton Abbey. She is from America and came and is now at an English manor house. Her world becomes so consumed with starting a horse farm charity for the holidays that she barely notices the usual oddities attached to her upper crust lifestyle, at least not until items vanish from her bedroom and maligned housekeeper Mrs. Nelson becomes seriously ill, only to be found dead in the cold on Mistletoe Lane. Cheery spirits are dashed following the sudden death, especially once Stella questions whether her own staff knows what or who killed the woman. Her suspicions mount when another person dies under strange circumstances during New Forest's annual point-to-point Boxing Day race. Then there's the case of Morrington Hall, becoming plagued by false identities, secret affairs, and disgruntled employees. Now, with 2 murders unfolding before their eyes in late December, Stella and Lindy realize they can't fully trust anyone except for themselves while investigating. Because as disturbing answers come into focus, identifying the criminal responsible and surviving into the new year would be the greatest gift of the season. I don't know, for some reason, that series' covers make me happy. All right, we are back on cozies. Murder at High Sea. Kindle Unlimited novella. This is by Karen McSpade. Four legendary rock stars, one killer cruise performance. Can these quirky amateur sleuths solve the murder mystery before their career gets axed? A southern all-girl band from the 80s, the Delta Queens, are ready to set the stage on fire aboard the Ovation with their soulful rock and roll music. When their tour manager lands them the headlining show on the ship, the ladies seize the opportunity to revive their musical career and grab one last shot at fame and fortune. But there's one thing standing in the way of their success: murder at high sea. After a rehearsal session goes awry and a member of the crew is murdered, Doris, Rosemary, Margie, and Patty Sue are caught in the spotlight as possible suspects without an alibi. Clearing their names becomes more difficult when a quirky journalist shares a secret obsession, a guest mysteriously disappears, and a raving fan makes a shocking revelation. Now everyone on the ship looks suspicious, and the truth is buried at the bottom of the sea. To make matters worse, the ship's captain has an unconventional idea about how to best deal with the situation. The ladies don't want to follow her heartless plan, but if they cross hairs with the captain one more time, it could cost them their careers or get them thrown overboard. I don't think that would happen, though. There's liabilities. Yeah. But it makes it sound exciting. They could be thrown overboard. Oh no. Exactly. Billy Joe Jim Bob, Silenced in Sudbury. This is books 11 and 12, and it's only 46 pages. This is by Catherine Mickle. Take a look. We're moving on. Sorry, you got to crack the 100-page mark for us to look at you. Otherwise, you are just an outline. Out for the Count by J. New. This is 120 pages. You cracked it. And it has jack-o'-lantern, so this is very seasonal. And it's got a cute dog on it, although it's a little dog. I like the big dogs. When frightful fun turns into deadly reality, Finch and Fisher are on the case, and this time it's personal. Halloween at Thistle Grange was meant to be a night of eerie fun, but among the throng of ghosts, goblins, witches, and vampires, a genuine killer lurks, turning playful frights into deadly reality. Once more, Penny Finch and her trusty rescue dog Fisher find themselves plunged into a chilling mystery when they stumble upon the body of a friend in the eerie gloom of the local cemetery. This time it's personal for Penny, and she's hell-bent on unmasking the murderer. But with a list of suspects all sporting ironclad alibis, the path to justice is veiled in deceit. As Penny delves deeper into sinister secrets, she realizes that solving this case is more than a quest for justice. It's a race against the clock to save another innocent life from the clutches of a cold-blooded killer. So, in the last week of October, if you're looking for something Halloweenish, there you go. Peppermint Mocha Murder by Laura Pauling, fifth in the Baron and Greystone mystery series. Sorry, I'm checking publishing dates now because I'm a little leery. No holly jolly Christmas to be found when there's a murder brewing. Bartholomew Bliss parades into Belle's cozy coffee shop, a candy cane in a red pinstripe suit. His enthusiasm bubbles over for the new peppermint mocha coffee. He's behind the offer Belle receives to serve this delicious holiday brew to a local business and the hundreds of employees. Except everything goes wrong. Decorations fall apart, coffee cups leak, and fierce competition leaves Belle struggling for business. Then, in the midst of the holiday chaos, Belle stumbles upon a lifeless body, a cord of blinking Christmas, the possible, I'm assuming lights, the possible weapon. Is Bartholomew Bliss the heartless murderer or just an innocent bystander? As Belle discreetly investigates, she delves into the lives of the employees, the girlfriend, and even a relentless stalker who leaves creepy presents. Motives abound, alibis crumble, and Bliss himself turns out to be a man with layers of intricate as a snowflake, rarely revealing the whole truth. Yes, Belle and Lucas want to wrap up this murder with a big red bow and see the killer in prison, but there's an even bigger mystery looming. Will they spend Christmas together or apart? The Fatal Folio by Elizabeth Penny. Once again, I'm just going to do a quick double check of the date. Yep, we're good. This is third in the Cambridge Bookshop series. After moving to Cambridge, England, Molly Kimball has found a lot to love, including, of course, her family's ancestral bookshop, Thomas Marlowe manuscripts and folios. And though she's not quite ready to use the L word when it comes to her boyfriend Kieran, she's definitely fallen for his intimidating family's library. His family is paying her handsomely for an updated catalog when Molly discovers the original manuscript of a Gothic novel, A Fatal Folio, by the pseudonymous Selwyn Scott. Kieran's cousin Oliver, a professor specializing in Gothic literature, is eager to publish a paper on the mystery, especially because a troublesome student, Thad, is pretending to file a complaint against him and prevent his long-awaited promotion. On Guy Fawkes night, Molly, Kieran, and her friends set out, remember, to enjoy the costumes, fireworks, and fun, at least until a stray firework starts a panic, and the group stumbles upon a prone body, their face covered by a mask. It's Thad, and he's been stabbed to death. He is so annoying. It soon becomes clear Oliver isn't the only one with a motive, and Molly must once again put on a few masks of her own to sleuth out Thad's killer, prove Oliver's innocence, and discover that Selwyn's novel might have to do with this most atmospheric mystery. Jen says, thank you guys. Everyone have a great day. You too, Jen. Thanks so much for stopping by. I appreciate you. And we are also out of time. All right. Well, there's some mysteries for the week. There's probably more we'll have to check out. Hang on a second. Let's get stopped. All righty. Well, just a reminder, we do have sprints tonight at 6:05 Mountain Time, 8:05 Eastern. I try to get home from work as quickly as I can, so even that extra 5 minutes helps. It takes about 30 minutes to drive home with all the road construction still going on. And then I have to walk Keo and so forth. So 6:05 tonight, 8:05 Eastern for 2.5 hours. And tomorrow we'll be back at 6 in the morning, 8 a.m. Eastern time, and we'll be looking at romances. Wednesday is romance. I hope you guys have a very good Tuesday. Stay safe. If you're in cooler weather, stay warm. If you're in hot weather, stay cool. But wherever you are, just be safe. Read good books. Remember, you don't get good person points if you are reading something you're not liking. It's okay to set it down. It's just not the right time. It's no reflection on anybody. It's okay. It did go quickly. Arate. And so hopefully I'll see you later tonight or tomorrow or soon. If you're watching this on replay, thank you so much. If you're watching it live, thank you so much. And I'll talk to you later. Everybody take care. God bless.